my first turntable when I was 14, got Who's Next and Quadrophenia and Neil Young records, and then all of a sudden, I became like totally interested in music and decided, oh, I should get a job in a record store. But the comeback's been happening a lot longer than people have been writing about it, and people, were writing vinyl off. I mean, for 20 years, people have been walking in the door and saying, wow, they still make new records, and 20 years from now, people will probably still be saying the same thing, but probably less, because people will have the actual experience of knowing their kids buying music or knowing someone that does buy music, so they won't be as surprised.
When I was a junior in high school, which would have been 2008, people started to get more receptive of vinyl again, and it started picking up slowly and slowly, and now like all of my friends who are this like my age, 25 or like 24, like in their early 20s, are getting into it, and it's pretty astounding. I think it's the nostalgia of it, of like having, a 12-inch in your hand and be able to hold it like that and having to listen to the whole thing and then having to flip it over.
And it's fun just listening to an artist all the way through.
The album, you listen to it, every song on it. So it's an experience. When you download a song here and there, you just don't get the full album experience, I feel. So I like it. It's a documentation of a time period.
Well, people like me buy it because we've always liked it. A younger generation, I think, is taking to it from a different perspective, where they've lived their whole lives virtually. Everything is on the computer. They've got an iPod which has, 10,000 songs on it, 9,500 of them which they went to a friend's house and said, oh, I'll just download these songs because I'm going to listen to them sometime. And you've got a bunch of music that you don't ever really have a handle on. You're still only listening to the stuff you like, and building a collection of physical music is different because you can actually see it, you can actually build it, you can build upon it. A virtual library is a great thing, but it's also kind of like an unmanageable thing too, because it's so convenient.
Honestly, it's the quality of the vinyl. Most of the vinyl is pressed up from I guess you say, the 50s, 60s, and 70s. A lot of people dig for it because it's a lot of timeless music. The vinyl and everything, you get that sound that you don't get off of anything that's digital. You get that analog, like a warmth.
The idea of like, oh, this is something that a fan can hold on to and have for X amount of years afterwards. It's like, damn, this is something I appreciate. Because I know if I was an artist, I would want someone to have something of mine in the physical that I could come sign, or I could come say like, oh, back in X year, like this is when I had, this is when this was released, like look at this art. Like you don't really get the album art or have any appreciation for any kind of art or anything like that, like when it's a MP3.
It's the most inconvenient, the most awkward, but the most beautiful type of music there is.